Meeting new people should be simple, but when you have to introduce yourself in kiddish English, it can feel like a challenge. Many learners either keep it too short, I'm Alex, or they try to memorize a perfect introduction that sounds unnatural. The truth is, introducing yourself should be just like any other conversation, relaxed, natural, and engaging. Think about how you introduce yourself in your own language. You don't list all your personal details like a resume. You just share what feels right in the moment. That's exactly how it should be in English, too. So, let's go through different situations where you might need to introduce yourself and talk about how to do it the natural way. When you meet someone in a relaxed, informal setting, like a party, a coffee shop, or while traveling, you don't need a long introduction. A simple, "Hey, I'm Jake. Nice to meet you," is usually enough. If the other person introduces themselves first, make it feel more personal by repeating their name. "Nice to meet you, Sarah." But if you want to keep the conversation going, adding a little extra detail helps. Instead of just saying, "I'm Anna," you could say, "I'm Anna. I just moved here last month." That invites a natural response like, "Oh, really? Where from?" And suddenly, the conversation flows naturally. Here's another example. Imagine you're at a cafe and someone next to you says, "Hey, I don't think we've met before. I'm Tom." Instead of just saying, "I'm Lisa," and stopping there, you can make it smoother by adding something like, "Oh, hey, I'm Lisa. I come here a lot. Best coffee in town, right?" Now you've already given them something to respond to, and the conversation doesn't feel forced. If you're in a social event where people are meeting for the first time, you can also say, "Hey, I'm Michael. First time here?" This makes your introduction feel even more natural because you're also asking a question that invites conversation. Now, let's say you're in a more professional setting. Maybe it's your first day at work, and you need to introduce yourself to your colleagues. This is where you'll want to add a little more detail, but still keep it simple and conversational. Instead of just saying, "Hi, I'm Jake," try something like, "Hi, everyone. I'm Jake. I just joined the marketing team, and I'm really excited to work with you all." Or if you're in a meeting, you might say, "Good morning, everyone. I'm Sarah, and I've been working in finance for 5 years. Looking forward to getting to know you all." See how it still sounds professional, but also friendly. The key is to sound confident without over-explaining. You don't need to list your full job history in your introduction. Just a quick sentence or two about who you are and what you do. If you're at a networking event where people are meeting new business contacts, you might say something like, "Hi, I'm David. I work in digital marketing, mostly helping small businesses grow their online presence." That short extra detail about what you do makes your introduction feel more engaging and gives the other person something to ask about. One of the most common things people ask when meeting someone new is, "Where are you from?" Many learners make the mistake of answering this too briefly, saying just, "I'm from Spain," or "I'm from Brazil," and stopping there. That doesn't give the conversation much energy. Instead, try adding something small that keeps the conversation flowing. "I'm from Spain, but I've been living in Canada for the last 2 years." Or if you're traveling, you might say, "I'm from Italy. I'm here on vacation, just exploring the city for a few days. That naturally leads the other person to ask more questions, like, oh, how do you like it here? Or, what places have you visited so far? The goal is to make your answers invite more conversation rather than just ending the exchange. If you're in a new class or study group, you'll often have to introduce yourself on the first day. This can feel intimidating, but it's actually pretty easy if you keep it simple and natural. Instead of just saying, I'm Jake and I'm studying English, try something like, hey everyone, I'm Jake. I've been learning English for a couple of years now, and I'm really looking forward to improving my speaking skills here. This makes it sound more relaxed and personal instead of just factual. If you're introducing yourself in a language exchange or conversation group, you can say, hi, I'm Laura. I'm learning English because I love traveling and want to be able to communicate better when I visit new places. This gives people something to relate to. Maybe they also love traveling, and now you have a shared interest to talk about. A good way to make yourself more memorable when introducing yourself is to add a little personal detail. Nothing big, just a small fact that makes you stand out. Instead of, I'm Alex, I'm an engineer, you could say, I'm Alex, I'm an engineer, but outside of work, I'm really into photography. Or instead of, I'm Lisa, I work in finance, you might say, I'm Lisa, I work in finance, and I'm a huge coffee lover. So I'm always looking for new cafes to try. These little details help people remember you and make your introduction more interesting. Introductions aren't just about stating your name and stopping. If you want to make a real connection, you need to keep the conversation going. After introducing yourself, turn the question back to the other person. Something as simple as, how about you? Or, what do you do? Keeps the exchange natural. If they mention something interesting, react to it. If they say, I'm a musician, don't just say, oh, cool. Instead, ask, nice, what kind of music do you play? That's how real conversations happen. The more you practice this, the easier it gets. Introducing yourself in English doesn't have to feel like a speech. The key is to keep it simple, sound natural, and stay confident. Whether you're in a casual setting, a professional environment, or a classroom, your introduction should feel easy, not rehearsed. So next time you meet someone new, try this. Say your name, add a little detail if it feels right, and show genuine interest in the other person. That's all it takes. Practice out loud, try different styles, and soon it will feel completely natural. Thank you for practicing with me today. See you in the next lesson.